Hello everyone, this is teacher Susie and welcome to my class. In this video, we're going to discuss about the special parallelograms, which are the rectangle, the rhombus, and the square. So, kung napanood yun na yung video natin about the conditions that guarantee that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, so yung mga properties na discuss natin doon ay properties din nitong rectangle, rhombus, and square. And may additional lang tayo dito ng mga kanya-kanyang properties nitong mga special parallelograms natin. Okay? And as you can see, we have here two problems. And the parallelogram that is given here is a rectangle. So there is a rectangle CDEF, which is this one. Okay? And then in this rectangle, naka-indicate na yung ating diagonals. So by connecting the vertices to opposite vertices, we were able to have our diagonals. So those are FD and CE. Okay? And the point of intersection for them is this point G. Alright? So sabi dito, CG is 5x plus 2. So this is CG. And then EG is 3x plus 20. This is EG or GE. So we are asked to find FD. So this is FD. Ang FD natin ay isang diagonal. Okay? So paano natin mahanap ang FD? So if we will take a look on one of the properties of a rectangle, ang sabi dito, the diagonals of a rectangle are congruent. Congruent ang diagonals niya. So, ibig sabihin, our diagonals here, FD, and ito, the other diagonal, CE, they are congruent, okay? Or they are equal. Alright? So, again, hinahanap ang value ng FD. Kaya lang ang given ay CG at saka EG. Okay? So, may i-apply pa tayo ng isang property. Okay? To be able to solve this problem. And we will apply this one, that the diagonals of a parallelogram or a rectangle bisect each other. So, ibig sabihin, dahil itong isang diagonal natin na FD, it pass through the other diagonal which is CE, at sabi dito, the diagonals bisect each other, nahati si CE into two equal parts. Okay? And dahil equal parts sila, ibig sabihin, itong CG, the other half, is equal to the other half, which is GE. Alright? Ang CE natin ay binubuo ng CG at saka GE. Okay? Kabuuan ay CE. Ibig sabihin, pag inad natin ang CG at saka GE, makukuha natin yung buong value ng CE. Alright? So, I hope nasusundan natin. So, ibig sabihin, ang CE natin, that is equal to CG plus GE. Okay? Dahil ang given natin on the problem ay CG at saka GE. Okay? Hindi mismo yung buong CE. Pero makuha naman natin yung buong CE kapag inad natin yung CG at saka EG. Alright? And from this one, pwede natin siyang isulat as the diagonal FD is equal to, instead of writing CE, okay, dahil given nga ay CG tsaka GE, okay, we will write this, the sum of CG and GE, alright? Because ito ang kabuuan ng CD. So we can write here that FD is equal to CG plus GE. Okay? So, gagamitin natin itong equation na ito sa dulo. So again, going back to the problem, given ang CG at saka GE. Dahil ang sabi dito that the diagonals bisect each other, itong diagonal na FD nahati ang CE into two equal parts sa CG at saka GE. So, ibig sabihin equal, pareho ng measurement ang CG at saka GE. So, we can write here that CG is equal to GE. And with that, we can solve for this. I-substitute lang natin ang mga values na ito. So, CG is this one. So, isusulat natin dito ang value ng CG, which is 5x plus 2. And that is equal to GE or EG. They are just the same. That is 3x plus 20. So, we have to solve for the value of x, okay, to be able to identify or to determine the measures of CG and GE. Okay, so let's solve. Let us combine similar terms. So, we will write 3x on the other side with the equal sign, pati si 2 sa kabila, hindi naman natin ililipat. So, we will have 5x. And then 3x will become minus 3x is equal to, naiwan na 20, and then 2 dahil nilipat, magiging minus 2. So we will have now 5x minus 3x, that is equal to 2x is equal to 20 minus 2, that is equal to 18. So we have a coefficient for x, which is 2. We will divide both sides by 2. So we can now cancel out 2. So we will have, so let me write the continuation here. X is equal to 18 divided by 2, that is equal to 9. So the value of x is equal to 9. So we can now substitute these values doon sa values ng CG at saka ng GE. Alright? So let's start with CG. Let's copy this. So CG is equal to 5x plus 2. Let us substitute 9 to x. So we will have CG is equal to 5 times x, which is 9. So 5 times 9 plus 2. So we will have CG is equal to 5 times 9. That is equal to 45 plus 2. Alright? So therefore CG is equal to 45 plus 2. That is equal to 47. So ang CG natin ay equal sa 47. Okay? So again, we have to find FD. Okay? And FD is equal to CG plus GE. So gagamitin natin tong equation na to solve for FD. Okay? So nakuha na natin si CG. Solve naman natin yung GE. Pero sabi nga dito, diba, the diagonals bisect each other. Or nandito na, naisulat na pala natin that CG is equal to GE dahil nahati nga itong diagonal na CE ng FD. So, nahati into 2, ibig sabihin equal ang CG at saka GE. Kung ang CG ay 47, therefore, yung GE natin ay 47 din. Okay? So, you can check it on your end. Okay? Pero dito itutuloy na natin siya. So, pareho lang silang dalawa. Okay? Ang CG at saka GE. So, CG is 47. Ibig sabihin, ang GE ay also equal to 47. So, let's now solve for FD. Alright? So, FD is equal to, sabi nga dito, CG plus GE. Okay? So, FD, the diagonal FD is equal to yung nakuha nating value ng CG, which is 47, plus value ng GE, which is also 47, or 47 times 2. So, FD is equal to 7 plus 7 is 14, carry 1, plus 4 is 5, plus 4 is 9. So, FD is 94. Therefore, our diagonal FD is equal to 94. So that's it. So we were able to solve this problem applying the properties of a rectangle since our given is a rectangle, right? Let's have number 2. Sabi, CF is equal to 4x plus 20. Ano ba yung CF? This one. So that's the side of a rectangle. And DE is 6x minus 50. Ano ba yung DE? That's a side also. Okay? So, find CF plus DE. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin mahanap ang value ng CF at saka value ng DE. Okay? So, given naman sila, represented by algebraic expression. And as you can see, they are opposite sides. Alright? And according to the property of a rectangle, the opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent. Ibig sabihin, equal na measurements ang CF at saka DE. Okay? So, we can write here an equation, CE is equal, or CF rather, so that's CF is equal to DE. Okay? So, from here, masasolve natin ang value ng X. And then, unti-unti natin din masasolve ang values ng CF at saka ng DE. And then, we will just add them sa dulo. So, let us substitute the values. So, CF is 4X plus 20 equals DE. So, this is DE. That is 6X minus 50. So, combine. Similar terms, lagay natin lahat dito yung may mga X. So, we will have 4X and then 6X ilipat natin. So, that will become minus 6X is equal to, so let's copy negative 50. And then si 20 ilipat natin, that will become minus 20. Alright, so let's solve 4X minus 6X. That is negative 2X. It's equal to negative 50 minus 20. That is equal to negative 70. Divide both sides by negative 2. So we will cancel out negative 2. Therefore, we will have, ituloy natin dito, X is equal to negative 70 divided by negative 2. That is equal to 35. So X is equal to 35. So we can now solve for CF at saka DE. Or actually, we can solve for one of them. Kasi same lang naman sila na measurement. So kung ano yung result na makuha natin sa isa, that's the same value for the other one. Alright? So let's try using CF. So let's solve for CF. So CF is, let's take its value, which is 4X plus 20. Substitute 35 to X. So we will have CF is equal to 4 times the value of X, which is 35 plus 20. So we will have CF is equal to 4 times 35. Okay? So that is equal to 140. And then copy plus 20. So CF is equal to 140 plus 20. That is equal to 160. Alright? So the value of CF is 160. So if CF is 160, of course, DE is also equal to 160. Okay? Because opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent. So they are just the same. So let's now solve for this. Solve for CF plus DE. So substitute lang natin yung mga values nila. So CF is 160 plus DE, which is also 160. Or we can have here 160 times 2. Alright? So that is equal to, so 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Therefore, CF plus DE is equal to 320. Okay? So we apply the properties of a rectangle for us to be able to solve problems number 1 and 2. And also the same with other special parallelograms which are rhombus and square. So i-apply din natin itong mga nakasulat na properties dito to solve for their missing parts. So just make sure that you remember these properties so that you will be able to solve different kinds of parallelograms. Right? So I hope that you learned from this video. See you next time. Goodbye.